so scary.
So, are you embarrassed of your dad with your friends?
I mean, my friend, well, it depends on what type of friends. Like my close friends,
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
because they know.
They know what's up.
Yeah, they've been here
Grown
since
up with him.
second grade.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What about you, George?
It's just awkward because, like,
You mean
all their
awkward when
parents-
he's just regular dressed?
yeah, because all their parents have like watched his stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then they try and talk to me about it, and I'm like, I don't watch it. Please don't speak to
really?
me about it.
Know that.
But yeah, and then like random people that I've like just met when they know like my last name, they're like, "Oh my god, you're Bert's daughter." I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
I get
And they
that.
go like, "Are all the stories true?" Like, no.
So
not
you
all
don't
of
like
them.
that?
No. It's my least favorite part about all of this.
Is it?
Yeah. Because like there was a time where I would be like with some of my close friends and we'd go places and they're like, hey, you know, Bert Kreischer. Like they'd go like, hey, you know, Bert Kreischer. Hey, you know, Bert Kreischer. And the people like the random people we'd be would be like, yeah. And then that's all they talk to me about. And I'm like, okay, cool. Great. And
Does it make you feel invisible?
No, it just makes me feel like I'm not their friend. I'm just like something to show off that they're friends with Bert Kreischer's daughter.
Who would do that?
People.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the people, like some people like in my class and some people from would do that. Like, and it was weird. No one from has done that.
No.
It was only like.
So say high school instead of.
Okay, then it was only high school people rather than elementary school. Because they'd be like, oh yeah, I met these people and they knew your dad, and then that's all they talked to me about. I'm like, okay.
Well,
cool.
whose parents then talk to you about your dad?
Or it's like the kids from high school don't talk to me about dad, but their parents do. And then the kids from elementary school kind of talk to me about dad, but their parents don't.
Got it. Isn't that interesting? I wonder if it's because the parents from elementary school knew dad in elementary school just as another dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was successful but not well known when you were in elementary school. So all those moms and dads just think he's a dad down the street who happened to become successful. But I guess once you get in high school, he was already successful and kind of known, and it's a different perspective from the parents. That's really interesting. So how's it make you feel, Isla?
Well, some people that I used to be in like a friend group with would do that.
Yeah.
With like other people, they'd be like, oh, you know, Bert Kreischer. Yeah, it's his daughter. I'm like, cool. Thanks for telling them that. I would call them out on it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like that type of stuff. But yeah.
So you just want to be liked for you, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't, when people say that, I call them out on it and I tell them don't do that ever again.
Yeah.
Like there's already like a thought that's going to be in their head when you meet someone and you don't know anything about them, you don't have anything to think about them. But when you meet someone and you're like, oh my God, they're Bert Kreischer's daughter, they have to be so funny or like so stupid or something like that. There's already like what I'm going to be is already set in their mind. And then when I'm not that.
A preconceived notion of who you might be.
Yeah, because of who my dad is.
And do you think that makes you behave differently?
Sometimes, where it's like, well, if they're expecting me to be this, might as well just be it. But
really?
But like, if someone thinks of me something like that, I would just act the total opposite of that.
Yeah.
So then they would get so confused.
So that's interesting. What George is saying is sometimes she acts the way they expect because they already expect it. And what you're saying is I act opposite of what they expect, but then neither of you are just being yourself.
Well, yeah, that's because, that's not what I'm saying. Like they expect me to be funny and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of funny.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. So I tell them.
It just sounds like it makes friendships more complicated.
Yeah.
Less simple. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That stinks.
He's fine.
I'm not saying that I would necessarily change Dad's life. I think that when he talks about you guys on stage, it's a double-sided coin.
There are also so many people that like message me on Instagram that's like, say hi to your dad for me. Is this the real Georgia Kreischer? Like all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm literally 16 and you're 40. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool. But here's something I will tell you that I think you probably don't know, because I read almost all of Dad's emails from his website. Some of them go to Zay Zay and she reads them, but people will say, I have a Georgia, or I have an Isla, or I have a Georgia and an Isla, or thank you so much for opening your family and letting us see that we are normal too. That the things that you guys do in your family are the things that we do in our family, and it makes us feel normal. So that's kind of amazing that Dad's able to kind of portray this family relationship that we have, and other people feel positive about their own family relationships because of it, or laugh because of it. I have so many people email Dad and say, I was in the darkest period of my whole life and I watched your special, and listening to you tell stories about Georgia and Isla absolutely saved my life. That's really powerful. So I don't like that it affects you negatively. I don't like that.
It doesn't affect me negatively
a little bit
all the time.
No, not all the time. No, I understand both. I don't think either of you feel affected negatively by it all the time. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Not all the time, but
most of the time.
But the flip side of the coin is maybe if you know that bigger picture piece of it, that people are listening to what Dad's saying about you guys and are feeling connected to other people and feeling like better or happier or getting a lot of joy from hearing about you guys, because I get so many emails saying that. It gives me so much joy to hear about your family. And when you come on the podcast like you're doing today, I get so many emails saying, thank you so much. Your girls are lovely. They're well balanced. They're healthy. They're happy, good kids. And that's really great to give, to be a giving person and to give of yourself so other people can feel better about themselves. So I know that's maybe not what your intention is when you come to my podcast. It's because your mom asked you to. But that's my intention. I'm really proud of you. Really, really proud of who you are. And I think you guys are completely different people from each other. And that is really amazing that if you were born here, two of the same person, that would be fine too. But that you have two such distinct personalities and can function in the world like you do makes me really, really proud. So I'm happy to share you with anybody who is interested, because I think you're just really special girls. And your dad loves you so much that he just wants to tell the whole world about you too.